Microphone equilibrium. Microphone equilibrium. A Body at Rest. A short science fiction story by yours truly. Stillness. It eluded himself even now. How could he ever imagine to capture something external, escaping his own internal capabilities? He knew that aimlessly wandering around his shop in a frantic state of discovery would yield less results than simply stopping his motion and critically analyzing the situation. Shad had been working intently on the theory for a few years straight now, though it seemed like a lifetime. Though he sought stillness, it ironically drove him. To isolate space, to him, would in essence capture motion. He hypothesized that people had been going about the search for a new source of energy in the wrong direction, exerting too much energy for energy, only causing a blind and delay for the payment, too much motion to harness movement. It wasn't his first rodeo, and he had spent the better part of the last previous 5 years on alternative energy research as well, resulting in nothing but ways in which to not accomplish what he was after. The theory he knew was sound. It was all just tinkering with equipment and thought to find the specific product he desired, tuning into the forces around him, and everything. Energy was abundant, as was motion. All he needed to do was figure out how to get in front of it, letting it then push him. The split with his previous research group was anything but silent, leaving him to pursue this new avenue alone. People don't take kind to hearing they're wrong, and their previous 5 years and their future investments are going to be a wash. They wouldn't accept the frank impossibility to tune into the vibration permeating all things, at least during the moment, himself believing that not much wasn't possible given the right scientific procedure. It just wasn't looking good, with no foreseeable advancement, at least during his lifetime. The concept was dealing with energy waves and the atomic pulse of the universe, its heartbeat, somehow drawing power through a conduit, tuned to whatever frequency could be transformed into usable energy. Like tuning in your radio to a certain station, where the transmitter is creating a certain motion, a vibration, and by configuring your receiver to resonate at the same vibration as the transmitter, a radio wave could be sent and received. This concept paralleled their work to harness specific vibrations transmitted not only globally, but universally, as the Earth turned, as the cosmos stretched across the sky. Molecular movement was rampant, creating waves of energy. They only need tune into and transform. Nothing was truly at rest, and he doubted it ever had been. But that's what he was after, silence. Though his previous work hadn't all been in vain, he supposed, it had advanced his understanding in things such as piezoelectric transformation, along with structural configuration ranging atomically to the visible eye range, all varying the connections that could be made. Sometimes his wonder in the work got him as lost as the work itself. In regards to the specificity he had to achieve, even biomolecular reactions from nearby organisms could influence the wave mechanics of his environment, thoughts interfering with his work physically, along with indirectly. In regards to his thought, it was different, but operated on much of the same mechanics as his previous work. It still revolved around the natural motion all around him and through him, but instead of digging a three-dimensional channel for it to flow through, he was going to create a barricade. The concept was similar to early forms of transforming the natural movements of the universe into mechanical advantage, like water wheels, where the water was the natural movement and man had placed a barricade in which the water could not penetrate, transforming the energy into mechanical energy, operating devices as motion was transferred through the device. Not as crude as creating an explosion like piston-driven engines did, harnessing the explosive reaction of expansion as molecular transformation drove a vehicle, but harnessing the explosions going on all around him, all the time, through everything. To do so would be revolutionary, which is why he sought stillness, for he would need to create a space filled with literally nothing, that nothing could penetrate, not even the most minute of particulates. Once achieved, the nano device would be under constant bombardment, while all else was in motion, except that which he meant not to be. Capturing the push of particulates on the walls of his zero-point energy device. Like the water wheel, he would then transform the movement captured into whatever output he then desired. He was fighting an uphill battle, scientifically, politically, philosophically, as times of hard work signified also tough times in his life. Silence drove him, but he was anything but quiet.